This 3-part series will improve your sex life, guaranteed, but unfortunately, most of you won't do it. That's the reality. Because what I'm about to share with you isn't cookie cutter advice. It isn't some, here's the foods that are aphrodisiacs, or, here's the 3 lines to say and she's going to rip your clothes off, like a lot of these pickup artists, or, stand on top of your head like some of this new age kind of stuff. It's none of that bullshit. Real results takes real work. And if you're into getting real results, you're going to absolutely love this. If you're smart enough, if you're wise enough, if you're brave enough to actually do what I'm going to share with you in this video, you're going to improve your sex life by 50% over the next 90 days. 50%. Where am I getting that number? That's 50%, not just more sex, but better quality sex. And there's massive benefits to having really great sex, both in and outside the bedroom. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Nakula and I help men master their sexual energy so they can become powerhouses both in and outside the bedroom. I invite you to take the free ejaculation control guide. The link is in the description. This is where you can start your journey to sexual mastery. This video is part 1 of a 3-part series, and part 1 is all about getting clear and focused, meaning you actually have to define what improving your sex life means. If you said, let's take it out of a different context. Let's say you said, I want more money, and I gave you $5, would you be happy and satisfied? Is that what you were looking for, $5? Because now you have more money. What if I gave you $50? What if I gave you $50,000? What if I gave you $5 million? What is it that's actually you're looking for? Why is it that you want a better sex life? You see, if you want a better anything, I want better health, I want a better relationship, I want a better relationship with God, I want to be more in touch with myself, I want to free, whatever it is that you desire, what you're also simultaneously saying is that there's something that feels unfulfilled and you're trying to fulfill it. Now, I'm not here to judge the morality of it or the philosophical debate of whether you should try to fill your voids with sex or not. You just should know what the reason is. So not only should you define what it means to improve your sex life. Does it mean to have more sex, better quality sex, more intimate sex? Does it mean having more orgasms? Does it mean having more adventures? What does that actually mean to you? And I invite you to explore the why. Why do you want that? When you're clear on a definite goal, it gives your mind a picture to work towards. Then you can start to take definite actions to actually creating that. When you know your why, you'll know your motivation, so you'll know how to keep yourself inspired and motivated even when it doesn't go your way. Because this is not a magic pill. This is a real transformation. Big Pharma sells magic pills. That's why more men are using testosterone boosters now than ever before. Porn companies are selling you the magic pill through porn. I don't actually have to go and do the work and become a man that deserves to get laid. I'm just going to go watch porn and jerk off. That's not sex. That's not an improved sex life. In fact, the first thing you want to do is cut out porn. And I've got a ton of videos on this channel about why and different practices that you can use to make sure that you quit that so that you can improve your sex life, because that will totally kill it. So make sure you subscribe, you hit the bell, you get notified. That way you stay in touch with the new content that I'm putting out, and you go binge watch the old content and get yourself up to speed with why you want to get porn out of your life. Remember that you're a conscious being. You do remember that, right? Never forget that. Always remember it. I'm conscious. I create my life through awareness. Whatever you're aware of is where your energy is going. So if you're aware of everything that you're lacking all the time, your life is filled with lack, and therefore your sex life will feel like it's lacking as well. But when you put a new picture, a definite goal that's filled with abundance, injected with the feeling of feeling fulfilled by that picture, now you're consciously creating the sex life that you want. You have to stop playing victim, and you have to start to consciously create the life you want in all aspects of your life. Now, here's what happens when you set definite goals. The first thing that's going to happen is a ton of obstacles are going to pop up in your head. Your little voice inside your head is going to start chirping at you. And this is true for any aspect of life, whether money, relationships, sex, your relationship with God, whatever it is. As soon as you set a goal, what's going to generally happen is a ton of obstacles are going to show up in your mind. Now, because your mind generally is untrained, most of us have unconsciously let our minds become something that we absolutely hate. That's why most of us want to silence our mind and do all of this like presence, like Eckhart Tolle. The reason people gravitate towards that is because their mind is a place of suffering. If your mind is a place of enjoyment, excitement, creativity, and expression, you're not going to want to silence your mind. You're going to want to let your mind go in the direction that brings you expansion, joy, fulfillment, abundance, the sex life you want. So you have to learn to redirect your mind. So your mind is a problem-solving machine. That's why it's bringing up obstacles. Don't be pissed at your mind that it's talking negative. That's what your mind is going to do. You have to learn to use it. So your mind is going to bring up these obstacles. Oh, she never wants to do it, or I'm too tired at night, or whatever reasons are that you have the sex life you have now. What you want to do is learn to ask yourself new questions. What would it be like if I had the sex life I wanted? Who would I be? Not what would I be doing, and you already know what you want to have, but ask the deeper question, who would I be? You can use this for any aspect of your life. Ask yourself the question, what would it look like? What would it feel like? What would it sound like, smell like, taste like to have an amazing, fulfilling sex life? And the reason you're asking those questions is because your mind is getting the pictures from your senses. So your senses have been conditioned to think a certain way. It's picking up or interpreting the world a certain way. Me and you look at me and you look at the exact same thing, but me and you will have two different experiences of the exact same thing. The true is the same for sex. What are your belief systems around sex? There's the root of the obstacles. Are you ashamed of your sex? A lot of people that grew up in spiritual or religious communities have so much shame around their sexual energy, their sexual urges, their sexual expression, that it causes detriment in their life. And that permeates in all aspects of life. It's not just in the bedroom. How you treat one thing is how you treat everything. So what are your belief systems? Are you afraid to talk about sex? Is it taboo for you? Do you have shame, guilt? Do you think it's creepy? Ew. Do you think it's nasty? Do you think it's disgusting? Do you think it's only something someone else gets or does? See, all of those belief systems that you have around it are either freeing your sexual energy and releasing you into the world and releasing your creativity and your vibrancy and your energy, not just in the bedroom, but outside as well, because you'll become free, or you're limiting your own energy. And what happens is when you have negative belief systems around sexuality, you literally limit your creative power and ability. Because your creative ability, power, your ability to attract, your ability to manifest comes from your sexual energy. So getting in tune with it and then rewiring your brain. Whatever it is that you want, if you don't have it now, it means you don't know something and you don't have a certain thought pattern or energy pattern. You don't have a certain rhythm happening, a vibration happening that allows that to happen. So you have to shift. The first thing you have to shift is the way that you think about it. And that's what I help men do. Men who work with me inside of the Powerhouse Man training program, men who take the sexual alchemy course, you learn to rewire and recondition not just your brain, but your entire body and your energy body and the way it flows, allowing you to open up, expand yourself, allowing you to have determination, focus, courage. allowing you to develop in your masculine qualities. And as you, as a man, develop in your masculine qualities, just like if you're a woman watching this, as you develop in your feminine qualities, then you will naturally become more attractive. Because attraction takes polarization. And the first place that you need to start when improving your sex life, after you define your goal, you define what it means, you understand what's driving you, what motivates you, what's the feeling or the emotion that you're looking to experience in that sex life, then you're going to have to learn how to create attraction. And that means creating polarization. For men, that means falling completely into your masculine. And for women, it's allowing yourself to fall completely into your feminine. Now, to learn how to do that, you're going to have to watch part 2. So make sure you're subscribed. You hit the bell so you get notified when it comes out. Or if you happen to be watching the recording, go ahead and watch it right away. If you're interested in really taking your life, your sex life, your relationship to a whole new level, check out the Powerhouse Man training program. There's going to be a little clip at the end of the video explaining how you can get involved. Other than that, remember to subscribe, get notified. I'll see you on the next video, and I'll see you in part 2. Men, relationship and sex issues suck. And when they're left to fester, they can destroy so many good things in your life. Your ability to perform in the bedroom has a direct relationship with your ability to perform outside the bedroom. It affects your self-esteem, your self-confidence. It affects your very motivation because it's your very life force and energy. It's like a virus when there's a problem there because it permeates through all aspects of your life. It doesn't just stay in the relationship or the bedroom. Think about the impact that it's having in your life not to deal with your sex or relationship challenges. Does it take up mental room? Well, I promise you, if it's taking up mental room, it's affecting your performance at work or in your business with other people. It's affecting your performance in your financial decisions. It's affecting every aspect of your life, because if it's taking up room up here, it's definitely going to be permeating in your consciousness. I know myself as a business owner, when myself and Sarah are off or we're having challenges, it definitely affects my ability to perform, stay ambitious, and want to conquer the world. When things are great, we're connected, our relationship is in harmony, our sex life is great, I feel like a king and I want to conquer the world. This is the power of having a great sex life and dealing with relationship issues. If not, you got to ask yourself, how much time are you going to just let that fester? How much time are you going to waste? Life is limited. You have only a certain amount of time and nobody knows how long that is. So how much time are you going to waste not having the intimacy, the connection, the fun, the adventure that you want to have? How much time are you going to waste on petty arguments and disconnection and little fights and power struggles between you and your spouse or you and your partner? Do you find yourself daydreaming, finding yourself scrolling, looking at other Instagram girls, or, scrolling through people on Facebook, or, watching porn or masturbating or dreaming of a different life with a different wife? All because you're not dealing with the issues that are in front of you. The reality is you're not alone in this. Most men are actually feeling like this, but very few people are talking about it, and that's detrimental. That's why we're doing this work. It's so important. We have to address these issues because not only does it permeate in your life, it permeates out into society as a whole. We can see that divorce rates are higher than ever before. Premature ejaculation, unsatisfied bedroom life, affairs are all skyrocketing because people aren't feeling intimate, connected, or they can't be themselves with their most intimate or loved partner. If you're anything like me, you're like, no way am I allowing that shit in my life. No way am I going down that train. And if there's a problem, I'm going to do something about it, because that's manning up. That's taking responsibility. That's what it means to be a man in this world. It means to take responsibility, man the fuck up, and do something about the challenges in your life. And on the other side of that challenge, not only do you have a better sex life, a better relationship, but the lessons that you're going to learn is going to translate into better financial decisions, better health decisions, your workouts, everything will improve when you improve your sexual energy. So if you're ready to take the next steps and learn how to master your sexual energy, redesign your relationship, and become a powerhouse man, check out my one-on-one coaching program called the Powerhouse Man Training Program. The link is in the descriptions. I invite you to go click it right now. I'll see you inside the training.